That bastard. I said it. Hold on. Gotta fucking clip out of shit because I suck. This is gonna be a great way to start the episode. Just deprecating. Okay. Welcome to the Gag On This podcast. Episode description will have the show and guest social media as well as a link to our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, don't leave us crazy comments, please. Check out our website, gagonthispodcast.com. Email us your butthole pics, anything you really want to, because I'm not getting shit out of it. Gagonthispodcast@gmail.com. Like and follow our Facebook page. I am Big Nick. I am joined by the Italian Vegas showgirl stallion that is Danny D.
What's up?
We are joined by Rob, finally.
Can I send you pictures of my butthole?
Go for it. It's probably
Okay.
hairy as fuck.
I was just thinking that.
You might be surprised.
And someone that looks like he probably has a hairy butthole, right, Tom? Do you?
I haven't shaved my butthole in a long time, so I don't know. I don't like sit over a mirror. I don't know.
That voice you heard is the hilarious Vegas comedian Tom Baum.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me.
So I do have to ask. Now, you said you haven't shaved it in a while, so you have shaved your butthole.
I used to shave everything, like in high school. I was like a swimmer. I shaved my legs, my pits. Like I didn't like to have hair in high school. It was weird. I think it's like a phase, like kids go through. Like me and some of my friends shaved quite a bit, and then we hit a certain age, and you're like, this is a lot.
Did you have shaving parties or what?
With myself and the razor.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like the swim team, like shaving down and.
I wasn't even on the swim team. It just felt like it because I was so smooth.
All right.
He loves that dolphin.
Yeah, it wasn't like me and Michael Phelps were getting together, like putting shaving cream on each other.
It would have been a sight to see.
I would have smoked weed with him. I wish I was in that picture with him. That got put out in the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
I think that's stupid. It was his time off. Let him fucking smoke weed.
I know. And he's still, like, can you imagine how the hits that guy can take from the bong?
Oh, yeah.
With the way he holds his breath? He could be in a Cypress Hill song.
It's from the bone.
So, Tom, I do want to say the way we were introduced to you, actually, was there was a video posted on Facebook. We had a comedian on named Jackie Pearl, who you're familiar with.
I love Jackie Pearl. She's a sweetheart. Yeah,
so there was a video where I guess you drove out to L.A. and got her in line, and basically she accosted you, from what it looked like.
Yeah. Well, we drove out from Vegas, and Danny was out there with Jackie and her son, and my girl had the idea to go surprise her. So we took the 4-hour trip and told him I had a hookup at the Laugh Factory that night. So I told Danny to just go to the show. We were hiding around the corner. Then they waited in line, and we came up, and everything that happened in the video. She was very surprised and excited, and so much so that she definitely started beating me. And not the good way either.
Yeah, because people in line looked like genuinely scared, like they were about to witness an LA bump fight.
It was pretty hilarious. They're like, what the fuck is going on? They had no idea. It was like an episode of Punk'd where you get like people's reactions and shit like that.
That was a great night.
Now you and Danny go way back, right?
Yeah, all the way back to Station 102. Open mic. I used to run this open mic in Roseville at this restaurant that looked like a train.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. By the Back 40 grill or whatever the fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tom's just I guess.
It was a super dope spot, but they just they didn't know what the hell they were doing as far as running it. But yeah, that's where me and Danny met about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like my second time ever doing a open mic.
Second time ever doing an open mic.
And this punk ass comes in and is like, I just got back from Texas. I was like, oh, all right. Nice. Fucking hilarious. He grows on you like a fungus. Oh.
Psilocybin. That's why I have the psychedelic show.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the other day when we had Charlie Spink on. I have a hard enough time going up there sober, let alone high on fucking mushrooms and shit. But does everybody have that? Like, is everybody just cool about it?
Everybody that's on the show has to be cool about it, or else they're not going to be doing the show.
Well, no, I mean, like, have you ever had like any freakouts? I'm assuming. So.
I had one person that couldn't perform, but they didn't like freak out on stage. I also had a UFC Hall of Famer. Not necessarily he freaked out, but he. What's one below a freak out?
Nervous?
He was a lot of nervous energy.
A lot.
But it was also like his second ever time performing. So yeah. But nobody's ever
going up on.
well. So one person just couldn't perform because the LSD was hitting him too hard, and yeah, the other one it was the second time doing comedy, but it wasn't anything crazy. The people got what they paid for.
Yeah.
You think going on stage would be less scary than trying to beat the shit out of someone in a ring?
Yeah, and until you're doing it on LSD.
Yeah. So I'd rather do it on mushrooms than acid, but I don't know. It seems
Well,
like
you have a choice.
I've done both, and I like hosting on LSD. Mushrooms they leave you more. I feel like kind of like a downer, like bring you down. LSD, you're like on it, on top of the ball, up and away.
I don't recall that when I did that, but I'll take your word for it.
Did you performed on mushrooms?
No.
Oh,
I did Disneyland on mushrooms, but
that's not a bad idea.
that's up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever performed even drunk. But not that you'd notice a difference. It's shitty either way.
Well, you just got to work on it.
Yeah, and all those open mics that are going on right now.
That's why I'm in Vegas, man. That's why I'm in
so
Vegas.
let's talk about Vegas and all the shows. Like, I saw you're posting that you're doing 23 shows in a month.
I had 23 booked, and then I don't know if the headliners I booked are just too maybe stuck in the rut about just coming in to perform and not promote as much. But it's going to be, instead of 5 shows a weekend, I'm going to change it to 3. So it's back to probably about 18 or 15 or something like that. But yeah, it's me. I'm producing, like, I think I did the math. It was like 69% of the shows in Vegas.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
69.
69. It was like 69.2, so I don't have like an ego, so I didn't want to round it up. Plus, I love 60. 68's better, you know. So if you go down, I'll owe you one.
What kind of restrictions?
I don't want to see that hairy butthole, you know.
Right.
What kind of restrictions are they putting on you guys down there, or any?
They're just trying to kill the bars that are outside of casinos. I think a lot of small businesses have went under since the primary shutdown, but now everything's pretty much open except bars. COVID will only get you at bars, but if you get beer at a restaurant and some French fries, the French fries kills COVID. So you're
Exactly.
there. That's who knew? You know, the Irish. We got to thank the Irish for fucking all the COVID. Lovely.
That's why we call them freedom fries.
Freedom fries. Well, that was because the French.
Yeah.
not the Irish. Well, what's your favorite kind of fries, guys? Guys, fries?
I like
If anybody
garlic
says
fries.
crinkle cut, I'm gonna fucking kill them.
I do like crinkle cut fries, but I like garlic fries better.
Garlic fries?
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Okay, one person. You said what you definitely don't like.
Yeah, it's buffalo fries, man. I mean, it hurts my butt, but oh, so good.
How are you eating them?
Never had a buffalo fry.
You like the buffalo sauce from
Yeah.
Lee? Oh, okay. And what about you, Rob?
I'm a fat guy, man. Do I look like a picky eater?
Yes.
Just
You don't have a
whatever it is.
preferred fry?
No, I don't get. I think I'm like with Nick, where I have ones I don't like. Like I don't like those waffle cut ones.
Mm.
Oh,
Those
what?
Chris cut fries.
Oh,
I
Junior.
hate that shit.
Dude, Chris cuts are delicious.
They're
Like
fucking
the
good.
what is it? Fucking Chick-fil-A, the anti-gay chicken. I hate their fries, and it's got nothing to do with that. It's just not
Their
good.
fries are good. Their fries are very good. They're
Nope.
just missing out.
Nope.
No. Yeah, Tom's shows are super fun. They are. It's unbelievable to actually like be a part of live comedy and like watch it and have it go down during all of this shit because people are still coming out and people are still wanting to laugh. So it's definitely happening.
Yeah, you were at the last one or two?
Two.
The last two, they were both sold out.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's the
50 plus.
psychedelic show?
Yeah.
How many times a week do you do the psychedelic show?
It's once a month. It's monthly.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, that's a tough pace to keep.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be even crazier when I go on the road in October. I just locked in Arizona and Dallas, or excuse me, Phoenix and Dallas.
And you just got back from Chicago.
I just got back from Chicago.
How was comedy in Chicago, Tom?
Comedy in Chicago is great. They are a hell of a great city. I was telling people who like lived there their whole lives and never left. I don't think people even realize, maybe who haven't been to Chicago, but people always talk about like New York and LA, but Chicago needs to be like right up there with them because that is a magnificent city. It's huge. The comedy is great there. And I went all over the place, just like even out of the tourist attraction areas, and it's exemplary, that city. And I got on like 4 shows organically. I had nothing booked when I went out there, and I just went around and got myself booked on some shows. So comedy is alive and well in Chicago. You just got to know where to go.
Now, when you say you're going on the road, are you taking the psychedelic show on the road, or just you doing comedy?
Well, it's going to be a bit of both. If I can't lock in a venue for the psychedelic show, I'm just going to be looking to do spots in that city if I can't get a show. But I'm going, Phoenix is the first night, and I'm going all the way as far east as Atlanta, and then ending in Denver. So we'll see. We'll see how many I can get.
Yeah.
Damn. And that starts in October?
October 6th, yeah. In El Paso, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, Houston, New Orleans, Atlanta, Chattanooga, Nashville, and then like little bump up towns like Wichita and Oklahoma City, if I can get in there.
Yeah.
I just have to say to my cousins that are listening from Wichita, I do not condone him saying that it's a bumfuck city. I love Wichita.
You have cousins in Wichita?
I've never been, but if you look at the list and then every other city that I name, Wichita's probably the most fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
But not only your cousins, but ourselves.
Yeah. Oh no, they still they're such a small town. If there's a new street light put in, it'll be in the newspaper.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. When they took out the last street light, they put it in the obituaries.
Stupid. I have laughed so hard during this trip hanging out with fucking Tom. You're just a great fucking guy. I love hanging out with you. Your energy, your spirit. It's just been a good time.
Now, did you start comedy in Sacramento? Because you lived here, right?
Yeah, I did start comedy out in Sacramento. Like my first two years were out there.
What do you feel the difference is between the scenes?
How much time do you have?
Dish it, buddy.
It's fuck. It's way better out here. I mean, it goes without saying it's the entertainment capital of the world out here, and that's what I came to do. And I just knew there was going to be so much more opportunity out here in Vegas than there was in Sacramento. You know, there's only so high you can get in Sacramento without you. Then you start having to go to the Bay just to get shows in Sacramento, which is ridiculous in itself. But I just knew that there was so much opportunity out in Vegas, and that the possibilities were endless, and I could do it all in one city. And there was so much networking available out here that it would get me set up to go all over the world. So that's kind of the plan, and that's the way it's been going so far.
That's interesting, because you hear a lot of people say, if you want to make it in comedy, you go to LA or something, and you just went to Vegas.
Yeah, LA, Chicago, or New York. But LA, I was before the shutdown. I was going to LA like once a month anyway, so I was still, in the scene out there a bit. However, Vegas is just fine because, excuse me, there's headliners that come out from LA all the time and work the 7 or 8 clubs that are out here. That's another huge difference. There's like an A club and a B club in Sac, and there's like probably 5 A clubs and a couple B clubs out here. But there's always, and there's several mics. You could get up three or 4 times a night if you really wanted to.
Right.
Thank you for burping into your arm, by the way. Most times people just burp right into the mic.
Right in the speaker. And then if the smell came out, people would think it was just my armpit.
Oh, fuck.
Let me get to the notes here.
Mm. Yeah, he
You guys can
Facebook's
ask
stuff,
questions too. Don't just think it's me.
Oh, what could I ask Tom? I don't fucking know.
I thought you were gonna fucking ask. Well, fuck you then.
How long have you been doing comedy, Tom?
It'll be 5 years it'll be 5 years in October.
That's a pretty fast pace. 5 years, and you're running 69% of the comedy shows in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a rarity for sure. It doesn't just happen.
Exactly. You're so hungry for it. It's fucking awesome.
I go out and I get it. I like Diddy, it's like can't stop, won't stop.
Oh man.
One thing I wanted to ask you about, I saw a flyer on your social media from a while ago. Did you perform with Kenan Thompson?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I did. From SNL. Yeah, the longest tenured cast member on SNL. Yeah, he hosted this show I was on at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, and it was dope. It was a fire lineup. I got to do it with a bunch of my buddies, and he's a super cool guy, very humble. Yeah, I actually have my set recorded from that. That's what I'm sending out to bookers nowadays. I didn't win the competition, but I did. I thought I had like a really good set, and now when I send it out to like festivals, like I'm not getting into them either, so it's not as good as I thought. I killed it though. I cracked the room. Whatever. Fucking I pistachioed the fuck out of that room.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. You saw that set, I think. Yeah.
Dripped your cashew milk all over the place.
My cashew milk. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm lactose intolerant, so I gotta drink nut milk.
I'm sorry, just
Yeah.
the way you said it, I gotta drink nut milk.
Yeah. It's preferably cashew, but sometimes it's almond if they're out of cashew.
Yeah. And I can drink regular milk, but I was really high the other night, and he's like, we got some cashew milk and some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And I'm like, won't that be too sweet? Like, that'll be way too sweet. And he's like, it's fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like, how can you get any sweeter than that? So, yeah, it was very good. I liked it. First timer with the tree nuts and milk.
With the tree nut.
With the nut milk.
You liked it? It's good?
Yeah, it's very good.
Cashew milk's the shit.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to try some.
Well, go buy
I don't
some
even-
then.
Would you? Does a regular store sell cashew milk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
Believe
It's
so.
pretty expensive, but it's worth a shot.
Are you eating flaming hot Cheetos?
Red Vines, buddy.
Sorry, I'm a fat man. I went immediately to the most unhealthiest chip ever.
Yeah, well, you're not a Mexican girl, so I was like, that's weird.
Isn't it Takis?
He sometimes is a Mexican girl. Sometimes.
You just like this and shit. They eat them all like.
Oh.
So one thing I wanted to ask you is we've had a couple people on that produce shows. Is producing shows a lot harder than going up there and telling jokes?
There's a hell of a lot more work involved, that's for sure. The payoff though is tenfold. Once you start doing comedy and you get that rush of like, oh, and you fucking have a good set and you're like dicks on that, and you're just ready to go. It's great, and you don't think there's anything better. But when you put a production together with a great lineup and people come out to your show, something that you put together, and everybody has a great time, that's something that they're going to take home and have with them for the rest of their lives. So the payoff is way greater. But yes, there's a hell of a lot more work involved than just sitting home and writing jokes.
But you said the
Definitely.
payoff's better. It just feels good to put on a great show.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think there's probably anything better than comedy in comedy than being able to like from top to bottom put together a great show, and it's ran well, it's ran professionally, nobody's bitching about really anything major, then yeah, that's my favorite thing.
Keep trying to get Nick to put on a show with prior guests, and he keeps being scared.
But I also perform too on the shows that I produce, so I get like the best of both worlds.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be performing on a fucking showcase.
Why not?
Fuck no, guys.
Fucking
Yeah, we
do
want it
it.
to be a good show. Come on. He hasn't done comedy in forever.
Thank you, Danny.
It'll
We want it to
fun
be a
for
good
us.
show. We don't want him on.
I was just saying what you were thinking.
No, well, I mean, Tom probably knows. Like for this, like we'll record, but prior to this, I have to research you. I have to stalk you, essentially. Then I got to create photos.
No, I feel you. That's what a good host of a podcast does. Yes.
Bitches.
I mean, you don't just show up?
You didn't
Show
say
up
you were a
and-
good host. You just said you do what good hosts do.
Tom, do you ever have to deal with this with your performers?
No. If I do, they're not my performers for much longer.
Take it out of my pay.
I was gonna say you fuckers been with me forever. God damn it.
Yeah. How long were you guys doing the podcast before I forced my way on here?
6 months.
Oh, okay.
Is that it?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're here to talk about Tom.
I know.
Come on now.
But me,
I was just wondering.
tits, me.
I will say this.
They're
though, Tom.
covered up right now. Fuck you.
I will say this, Tom. Your name has been dropped quite a lot as far as being a staple or someone to look up to within the Sacramento community.
Really?
Yeah.
I find that very surprising.
Why did you leave a bad taste in everyone's mouth?
I don't know if it was everyone's mouth, but there was a while where I was just going around just not drinking a lot of pineapple juice. So maybe no, there was that's nice to hear. I don't know how true it is or how much you're just trying to inflate my ego right now.
Well, it just depends, I guess, on who you talk to.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's very true. I don't know, man. I started kicking ass very early after I started doing comedy. I started producing shows not long after with very big headliners from LA that I would bring up to SAC. And I had my Dirty 30 roast at the Punchline. So I was definitely moving and shaking and doing some things that people weren't doing, and it really just hasn't stopped as I've came to Vegas. So I mean, people not I'm a super humble guy. So whatever people want to say, they can say like that. It don't confront me none. You know what I mean? As long as I get my rent next Friday. But I don't really care whether people like talk shit about me or have good things to say about me. Because the people who know me, like Danny and Jackie, know that I'm genuinely like a good person. That is a really good contact and a good person to know. But at the same time, people might not fuck with me because I don't have time for bullshit. So it's like if you're coming at me sideways or with any kind of snarky shade or any of that kind of bullshit, like I don't have time for that shit, and like you're off the list. So then people get mad, like, oh, how come I don't get? Because you don't fucking work hard and you're a dumbass.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people report drama within the comedy community.
Yeah, and there's, especially with people not having whatever it is inside them to be able to like, make the jump from one city to another, from where, because people where they start comedy, some of them are very rooted to that place, and they'll never leave, and they'll only get as far as they can get at that place and be the King of San Antonio or fucking Corpus Christi or whatever. Nothing against Texas or Wichita. I didn't want to say two Texas cities. Medford, Oregon. So you gotta be willing to take the dive and just go other places and see if your shit works elsewhere. And some people really don't have what it takes or put themselves in the position to do the things that they need to do.
Just promise me one thing: you won't steal Danny. I need her for the podcast.
I can't promise anything. You guys are doing fucking Zoom podcasts now anyways. What does it matter?
Hey,
yeah, exactly.
Shut up. Eventually it'll open up, and eventually a club will let us record there.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think both of our kids got to turn 18 before she'll come out here in any kind of way.
You guys can share me.
You got like 5 more years, bro.
Yeah.
You guys can share me. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, no, I do need Danny to go other places, because she's the only one that, I don't know if she's told you. I'm sure she has. She's the only one that markets our fucking podcast.
Oh. She's the reason I'm following.
Oh, right? Man. Whatever.
I'm out here in Vegas handing out business cards and all kinds of shit.
You better be.
I am. That's why I went to your house to get them.
Yeah. So you had, I saw a pic. Did you have Alex Elkin out there recently?
Yeah.
I didn't. My buddy did. He had a show booked out here, and then he was supposed to be in SAC, but like old milk, things went sour, and he lost like well, I don't want to say what he lost, but he just came out here to do the one show, to do comedy without a mask on, because it's been forever for him. So it was actually my buddy Jack Slammy's show at on the east side of town at Chonkla's Cantina. He headlined over there, and I always go to support that room because they kind of plug my stuff over there. They're like, Tom Baum's having this headliner, he's having a psychedelic show.
Yeah.
So I like to support.
Yeah.
And he's been a homie. I featured for him at the Sacramento Punchline early on, like I want to say like 5 months in.
Oh, wow.
And I did, like, it was my first time really doing like a longer set, and it was like 15 minutes, and I fucking smashed so hard. And a good headliner will make everybody will make everybody forget who the fuck you were within the first minute, and that's exactly what he did, because he's a beast, man. Alex Upton is a problem in comedy. I'm just happy to know that guy. He stayed at my house in Sacramento. I love that dude to death.
Yeah, when we had him on, he had us in stitches. Now he's doing this Trump thing, which is hilarious.
Yeah, we were talking about it. He goes in like college Zoom shows and just like fucks with people.
Yeah, have you seen it, Rob?
No.
Oh, you got to see it. Yeah, I think the funniest one was when somebody called him a troll and then kicked him out like almost immediately. He was just like, I'm just here to do the $1 zillion challenge, and one person was like, that's a troll, and then he just got kicked out.
Or does he go pro or a con Cheeto?
What do you mean?
Does he go on acting like he's a Trump supporter, or is
He goes on acting like he's Trump.
Ah,
Yeah.
like
He
he's
has like a
actually
character.
Trump.
Yeah, character
He's
animator.
like a little cartoon Trump. He's like a little midget Trump.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking hilarious. He was talking to some chicks in Amsterdam, and they did his $1 zillion challenge. That was pretty funny.
Involved pissing on his mattress.
That's Russia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Europe.
Buddy. So, Tom, I got to ask, I am oblivious when it comes to nut milk. Does nut milk have an expiration date like regular?
I wouldn't.
That's a great question. As far as I know, yeah, because it still comes in a carton. It's just the great thing is I'll never have to look for kids, the missing kids, because the nut milk doesn't advertise that on their carton. So it's like, and you guys get sick of it too. You see Amber Alert on your phone. You're like, I'm never going to see this car ever.
Ever.
Sorry, Amber, but I don't know anybody. 98 Dodge Stratus, okay? Like I'm just driving on the freeway, and I'm like, oh, there's that 2003 red Chrysler Sebring convertible with a 2-year-old in it. Have any of you guys ever seen an Amber Alert? And they're like, there he is.
No.
Never. Okay, good. I thought everybody else was just drinking regular milk, just saving the children. I want to.
But you drink.
It's just my lactose intolerance.
No, we get the shitty Amber Alerts that happen 4 counties over.
Yeah.
Like one happened on my phone, and it was someone taken in the Bay. I'm like, that's 2 hours away.
They go everywhere. Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're a good thing. I'm not saying they're a bad thing. I don't want to get canceled,
I wonder what kids, though, like how you even get that, I guess. Because you got to wait 24 hours for a kid to go missing anyways.
No. Not if you're under 18.
Oh, okay.
I have a friend of the family has 3 daughters, and he named them all after Amber Alert, Megan's Law, and Miranda, for the Miranda rights.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he's a cop. So
No, I wish no ill will on them, but if they get taken, Oh my God, that is the most ironic thing in the world.
Wait, you said he's a cop. His
He named his
names are
daughters Miranda.
Megan, and Amber.
Yeah.
And when he talks to his wife, it all sounds like his.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
What's her name? Dana Victoria. DV?
We support cops on Gag On This.
I do.
Do we?
No,
Oh,
fuck them.
Sometimes I like to thank them. So same.
Yeah, no, fuck them.
Personally.
They're not on the Gag On This podcast killing black people, right?
No.
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Not for years.
Not for years, good.
Although imagine the downloads. Woo.
Right? You guys would get way more listeners. If you guys got Sean King to share that shit, holy
All we need is Sean King to just say we suck, and man, our downloads are through the roof.
uh-huh.
Do you guys know Sean King?
No.
No? Oh. Okay.
No.
Well,
I'll see what I can do about it. I'll see what I can do.
he's a very controversial figure.
I'm gonna put him on the hit list.
Your titties, Danny.
I'll see what I can do about that. I will.
It's like, again?
With the Gag On This podcast, pasties. I'll do that.
Pasties, there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have that banked, so it's good. I don't have to take a picture or anything. Yeah.
Would you need two pasties? I feel like you got some big nipples. You got
Nope.
big titties. You probably got
Nope.
some-
I just needed one.
Oh, okay, you've done this before then.
Yes, I've done
Okay.
this before.
Big stickers, though.
Yeah, they are big stickers. They are big stickers. You didn't see it, Rob, did you?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Nick. Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, you don't have to send it to him.
I just didn't open it when he sent it.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
What a gentleman.
Uh-huh.
Delete it, though. Your wife doesn't need to see it.
I'm sure it's been very deleted.
Good.
So I got to ask, Tom, it seems you drop acid quite a bit.
To the average person, probably, yeah.
As he blows out hella weed smoke.
In July,
You made him waste a hit.
acid every Saturday.
Good God Almighty, buddy.
Yeah, it was good. but now, like, I'm talking to the universe and everything's coming together, so it's working out.
The taking the acid or talking to the universe?
Well, they go hand in hand.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
If you're not because when you vibrate higher when you're on psychedelics and you become more aware of not just yourself but like your surroundings, and so it makes it easier to manifest things, because I believe in all that shit, the law of attraction and everything like that. So if you're constantly making your brain connect membranes that normally wouldn't connect on a higher frequency, then you can think about things in other ways and start to move in different ways through the world that that most people wouldn't, and hopefully without a fluoridated pineal gland. That's
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's your third eye, bro. It's your third eye. It's your top chakra.
Yeah, that's one drug I do wish I did try before
See,
fucking
even
everything.
psychedelics, all this would make sense to you right now.
Well, no, I've done mushrooms, but that's why when you were talking about how you can give people mushrooms to do the psychedelic show, like I would just shit my pants.
Oh,
Every time I
Right.
took it, I just had to take a massive
Well,
dump.
that's because of how you took them, though.
yeah, it depends.
You
If you
spend
took a
all this
lot- I
money
mean,
on
it's-
the.
It's a whole process, like, because it gets ingested and then it gets in your GI tract. So there's like a stage about 30, 45 minutes in where you're nauseous. And then, yeah, sometimes it'll force a duke out you. out that hairy buttle. Mushroom shit pushed out your hairy buttle.
Didn't you jam it into like a roast beef sandwich or something, Nick?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I put it on a spicy chicken sandwich and covered
Spicy
it in
chicken.
buffalo sauce.
That's
You
why
and
you got
that
the
buffalo
shit.
sauce, yeah.
Buffalo buttle. Nobody wants to cuddle with that buffalo buttle.
Exactly. You can't just cover everything in buffalo sauce and then just no. That's your
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, you can.
Tell that to his fiance.
I know.
It stings.
Not okay.
I
But
told
yeah, so you
love-
never did acid, Nick?
Fuck, I disappeared. There I am. No, it was never. We never had access to it, which is why I'm a little jealous of Tom because it seems like this guy's got a fucking flowing river of it.
No access in Morgan Hill?
No, I didn't do drugs till I moved to Sac, and then
Okay.
Sac. Yeah, there was mushrooms galore, but nobody had the good shit. I did.
Yeah, nobody's really got acid in Morgan Hill. You gotta go up. You gotta go up to South San Jose for the acid.
That's not that far.
It's not. But if you don't know, then you're staying in fucking.
You're just
Morgan
being
Hill.
lazy at that point.
No, I did. I did ecstasy with mescaline. That was a great
That
Great
sounds
time.
scary.
That was fun.
Sounds like a good time.
But yeah, no acid.
Nice combo.
No acid. How much do you take when you take mushrooms? It's an eighth, right?
Dude.
No. That's what I thought too when I started doing it. That's what I did the first time. But that's probably like a macro dose for most people. Depending on your size and your weight, that's what it's based off of. So I would probably do like 2 grams to dose myself if I wanted to get like right where I want to go. And then like half a gram, an hour after a half gram. That's how I did it. And I feel like it was the best regulated. I did 2 grams up front and then I was doing half grams just consistently later. And it was the best trip I did. But yeah, it just depends on your height and weight on the proper dosage.
I'm impressed you can regulate anything while you're dosing.
What's that?
I'm impressed you can regulate anything while you're on shrooms. Like to keep that. And do you have to like set an alarm or what?
Tom's amazing with his drugs. His drug tolerance and how he handles it, you wouldn't even know. He's just right on path.
I've been told that really like a lot before. There's been times when I've been on like 2 hits of acid outside of a comedy show in a casino, and we're just bullshitting with like five comedians for like 15 minutes, and then I'm like, oh man, this acid is like really good, and they're like, you're on acid right now? They had no idea. My buddy was like, you're really good at drugs. He's not wrong.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything they want to say?
Nope.
You guys are fucking lame, man. We got a special guest on. It's later, so Rob can come on. Rob, just sitting there in amazement. Danny's
when I took
fucking
mushrooms, I'd eat them, go, ooh, this tastes like shit. And the next thing I know, it's tomorrow. So
Well, you guys aren't doing the right kind of drugs. I'll bring some acid.
How many times have you done mushrooms?
Oh, it's been over 20 years since I have. So
how much did you take when you did it?
oh, fuck. Well, it was always borrowed. We'd probably go between 3 of us, we'd go through an eighth, and then we'd be like, I think we ate too much. And then I remember I was working at the airport and I would have to go to work because I was still high. And I was sent home because I thought I had driven equipment through an airplane. Because I had no spatial. I was like, dude, I'm inside the plane. I'm like 20 feet away. And I'm like, no, don't go closer. You're going to hit the plane. It was, yeah. And then my buddy, who was my roommate, said, you need to go home before you get caught. So
that was it.
No, we did a bunch more, but that's the one that stands out because I was actually worried about shit because I was driving and all these horrible things. Bad idea. But
Yes.
you don't drive when you're
Yes.
high when you're dosing, are you?
No.
What's that?
You don't drive on LSD, do you?
I try not to.
Yeah.
You could probably handle it though.
I can because I've done it, but I definitely don't recommend it at all.
No.
Officer, your face is melting. Please stop.
Yeah, no, I've only done it like twice, maybe 3 times just in case. But yeah,
Just in case.
I don't recommend it at all.
No.
No, I don't drive when I'm high.
Been over 20 years since I did
LSD.
anything fun like that. So
Well, if you want to have some fun, we could do it.
Holy shit. Sharon is joining?
Wow.
Oh my Lanta. Sharon.
Hello.
Hey.
Sorry, guys.
Sharon, Tom.
you just
Tom,
wake
Sharon.
up.
What's going on, Tom?
What's up, Sharon? How you doing, man?
Man, it's been a ride. It's been a ride.
Go back to sleep.
No. I love you, Rob. I love
That was his way of saying, fuck you, Rob. I love you.
No.
I've heard that many times. It's okay.
We're joined by Sacramento Poet Laureate Sharon.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here.
Are you okay, sir?
No, I ate 2 helpings of lasagna. It's been a moment.
Are you in the bathroom?
No, I'm no, not right now. I'm in the office.
Okay.
It does look like a bathroom, don't it? I think about it.
Do you think he would come in this late to the podcast taking a shit like he wouldn't?
I think that'd be hilarious.
Oh my god, I would have such respect if you dropped a deuce.
The whole thing. Let me just hop on real.
Right.
That would be a hard sell. I mean, just thinking about all the people, it's like, yeah, guys, I'm good. I'm all right. That'd be a
Like,
Clint.
take mushrooms? Why are you shitting like that? Mushroom shits. Got your hair at home.
Like a Clint under the podium thing. It's like, oh yeah, I am basically here. No one knows that someone's sucking my dick at the bottom. So,
By the
I
way,
did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Sharon, congrats on selling out the show.
Oh, thanks. I mean, yeah, it's becoming a thing now. It's becoming a thing.
Awesome.
Trying to keep on working on it. I mean, the show itself is continuing, but the next one needs to be the 15th. I thought it was the 9th, but unfortunately, they just told me that the Labor Day they can't have the show, so we're pushing it up to the 15th. So yeah, yeah. I do love Rob's background, yes. So basically, now they're looking at the guys looking at you instead of looking at a girl, huh, Rob?
Mm-hmm. Oh, here, I'll go back to the old Facebook.
Right at the booty. He's looking at your booty wherever you lean.
It's like, what, you like him now?
That hairy butthole.
There.
There you go.
You
That's
have
your
to
normal
change it, brother.
background.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were just talking about mushrooms and crazy times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do you have any
What's it-
mushroom stories, sir?
I have no mushroom stories. I have crazy time stories, but I don't have mushroom stories.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work. We
Okay,
got the host
but-
of the psychedelic show here. We got to keep it psychedelic, man. Why do you think I'm wearing this shirt? I planned on it. That's the most planning I've done for this podcast.
Well, I have one moment where a friend of mine basically, we got all high and he felt like he needed to establish his dominance. So he basically pulled out his dick and just started slapping it to the couch 5 or 6 times. We were just looking at him going, that doesn't
Who
make
was he
sense,
dominating?
but the couch. Unfortunately, I was on the couch. So I had to basically have a dick over my head because I thought he was a little half dead. Snoop Dogg reference.
I do remember one of the early Lollapaloozas taking acid, and I was watching the side stage, and there was a guy named Lifto who had a bunch of piercings, and he would pick shit up with his piercings. And I noticed I was standing right next to Ice-T, and Lifto picked up an iron with his dick. And
What?
lifted an iron, like you iron your clothes, with his
Yeah?
penis.
I could do that.
And it stretched it out to where it was like a pencil, and it was really disturbing. And I just remember Ice-T going, "Oh, hell no." And I was like going, okay, I'm looking at a stretched out dick, and I'm looking at Ice-T. And I don't know which one freaked me out more.
Wait, so he had a piercing on his dick and he just like scooped up an iron and picked it up?
Yeah, he would hang things for, like, it was like a loop, and he would like hook.
A loop in his Prince Albert.
Yeah,
Right?
Oh.
exactly. Like he had like some Chuck Taylors hanging off his nipples, shit like that. Just stupid shit that was popular in the 90s.
All right. And this was at a concert?
Yeah, Lollapalooza is one of the first few. It's
Isn't
one
that the
where-
lady concert? Like
No,
where they
that's
have all the-
Lilith Fair.
Oh.
Lilith Fair, yeah.
All right.
It was the one that had Ministry and the Chili Peppers and
Oh, okay.
all
So
that.
I was like, I don't see you at an all-lady concert, knowing you.
I could see Rob wearing some plaid.
I could do it.
Fucking Sarah McLachlan. Building
Walking
the
out with tattoo,
mystery.
he's like, ooh, yeah, I'm hardcore.
Yeah.
All right.
That was the era.
I'm a lover,
I'm a child. I'm a mother. I'm a sinner. I'm a
I'm a
saint.
saint.
I do not feel ashamed. I'm not your dream. I'm not between you. You would want any other way.
Wow.
Are you guys impressed? Because nobody really remembers Meredith Brooks in 2020. I do. I remember Meredith Brooks.
You know, she writes children's books now.
That bitch.
All right. So we got to end shortly and get to our very famous, ultra nationally known Inside the Comic Studio.
Brilliance.
Yay. Before we do that, Tom, plug your social media, plug shows you got coming up, anything.
Okay, this weekend I have Rocky Dale Davis, super funny comedian, headliner out of Alabama, for 3 shows this weekend, September 4th through the 6th. 4th through the 6th. Weekend after that, I got Jay Reed, who regularly opens for Bill Bellamy, September 11th weekend. And then the 19th is the Psychedelic Show, dun, 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 at a secret location here in Vegas. And the weekend after that, the 25th through the 27th, I got Edwin San Juan, who's the resident headliner of the V Theater at Planet Hollywood here in Vegas. And then I go on tour all the way over the country. You can find me on Facebook, Tom Baum, or Instagram at Tomalonga Ding Dong 87. That's at
Nice.
Tom Long Ding Dong 87. And that's for obvious reasons. You know, I was born in 1987, you guys.
Oh, I thought there were 86 other Tomaloma Ding Dongs.
No, but I've also got a huge dick.
Oh, well. All right, then. All right, fucking Sharon, follow that one, bitch.
Well, let's see, my 9.5 self. You can follow me. You can follow me on reswonderland.com, where I have all my stuff about poetry, and also you can follow me on Iambic Poetry Podcast. A new episode will be coming out on Tuesday, September 1st. And if you want to go see some DJing and comedy, I do also the Comedy on the Rocks over at Pink Martini, and it'll be on September 15th, next show. So check us out.
Breathe.
Wouldn't fucking
Breathe.
nominate the camera crew coming.
Yep.
Who the what?
Nothing.
What was that? Was that you?
No.
Was,
That's
that's,
They're in the same room, aren't they? Oh, it's not that.
Yeah, that's fucking him. All right. All right. I was like, what the fuck? Who's talking? Somebody in your room. All right, Danny.
You can find me at Rad Chick Forever on Facebook, Instagram, Cash App, Venmo, wherever you want to find me. Oh, and I created an OnlyFans page, and you can find me there at Rad Chick Forever, EVA. There you go. That's all I got.
You can Venmo me at Tom-Bomb-Comedy. I don't know if anybody's gonna listen to this and be like, "Damn, that motherfucker's funny. He needs some money for psychedelics." But if there is, at Tom-Bomb-Comedy, I'd appreciate the fuck out of y'all.
Dye his hair. What's that got to do with anything?
By the way, you pushing your headphones in doesn't make it so we can't hear him. It's the mic on the computer.
Oh.
Okay, well, I don't know what to say. I'll just keep myself.
Fucking A. All right, Rob.
Get my side project, Stand Up Dads Podcast. I do that with my buddy Mike. Check out our site, stand-up-dads.com. New episodes come out every Sunday.
Nice. Just follow me on Twitter at the Big Nick J. It is popping, getting in fights left and right. It's awesome. Okay.
Oh, just want to let y'all know. Sorry for all the hacks. All right, that was a no-no somehow.
Oh, thanks.
I figured as much. There's no video I would be in that you'd be like, this is awesome. So
I always fall for those though, and I was like, wait, nope.
He
That's
thought you
not
looked like
true.
a 17-year-old in Kenosha.
oh, fuck you.
Touche.
Damn, man.
Touche. Nice. Love it, Rob.
That fucking hurts. All right. Inside the Comic Studio is brought to you by Seattle Gummy Company. When you need to be alert and focused fast, Mocha Shots high energy gummies work 5 times faster than coffee and at half the price. Combination active ingredients improves focus, enhances cognitive performance, reduces the jittery side effects of caffeine, so you can get shit done, bitch. Vitamin B complex boosts performance. Only 5 grams of sugar per gummy. Use promo code GAG15, and you'll save 15% off your entire goddamn order. Okay. Tom, have you listened to the podcast before?
I think so.
Okay, good. That's usually what we hear, so you're right on par. Rob, by the way, you're blocking his face.
Yeah, with the head.
There we go.
I used to have that poster.
There.
Oh yeah, baby.
All right. So basically, Inside the Comic Studio is where we ask all comedians the same 5 questions. So the first question, first joke that landed well.
It was a joke about me being sober. Yeah, usually not a funny topic, but it killed that night.
All right. Second thing, favorite thing about your local comedy scene?
The talent that comes through and the people, the greatness that I'm able to be around like on a daily basis.
All right. Now, the opposite of that, one thing you dislike or would like to see changed in the local scene.
These little pussy motherfucking keyboard warriors.
What the
They're the
fuck?
worst.
What are people like that just talk on the internet?
Yeah, talk shit on the internet, and then when you see them in person, they hoe up.
Oh,
Trolls.
Yeah. Some guy was he used to live here in Vegas, and then he moved to Texas, and I saw him the night before he moved, and he didn't say shit at all. And then he wrote some fucking stupid shit on one of my posts, and then I had another post that said I was gonna be in San Antonio, and he said some passive aggressive shit, and I was like, yeah, you could stop talking shit on Facebook, and you could see me in real life. And then it was just all this bullshit. But he came back to Vegas to pack up the rest of his shit, and he got a guest set on the show, the same one where I saw Alex Elkin. And I rolled up on that motherfucker. I took my glasses off. I took my shirt off. And I got all in his face. I was like, "You ready to go?" I was like, "Let's go right now, motherfucker." He's like, "Yeah." And I heard the gayest shit I've ever heard anybody say to try and get out of a fight. He was like, "You ready to go, you fucking pussy?" And he's like, "Yeah, just Let me eat first. I stopped because I was trying to get him to go around the back. I wasn't going to fight him like in front or at the venue. I was like, there was a perfect spot behind it. I had it all planned out. I was like, oh, come on. And then he said that shit, and then, like, I stopped in my tracks and I turned around, and then I really got in his face, and I could see, you could sometimes, I don't know if you guys ever really like thought somebody were about to, and you could see it in their eyes, like they don't want it. That's what it was. That's what it was. So that's one thing I would change, not only my only in my scene, but in comedy as a whole. Like, people gotta stop being bitches, like males and females. Just that little hoe shit and tattletaling and knocking people who are hustlers, just because they're doing more shit than you because you don't have what they have. It's just sad, you know. Like, everybody, there's room for everybody to eat. We can all win. We can all root for each other. So yeah, just that.
All right. Your favorite local comedian?
Favorite local comedian? There's too many, so I'll just say, whoo, child. I don't know. Ty Rivera is a good friend of mine.
All right.
So I'll give him a shout out because he gags on this on the regular. Not
Nice.
this, but this.
Diz Dick. Yeah. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Lastly, advice to new comedians.
Fuck you all. Quit. Stop filling up the open mics. You're terrible. You're never gonna be good. And knock it off.
I already knew that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's a long fucking road and journey, and this shit's gonna take time, and you're not gonna find success overnight. So if you really want to do this and be about this, you have to be hungry, and you have to be doing out in the scene, 5 or 6 times a night if you really want to chase this thing.
All right. I was going to say the first thing you said we've heard quite a bit. So if you would have stopped there, I would have been like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I went out to Chicago. I told this story on stage the other night. Danny heard it, and I almost fought the comedy club owner at this place in Chicago in the burbs, and he was like one of those internet warriors, like in real life though. Like he was just a real bitch. I forgot where I was going with that, but I just want to let everyone know that CG's in Chicago in the burbs, the owner Glenn is a fucking pussy, a bitch, and a little cunt. And I told him all of those things to his fucking face. So yeah.
Wow.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thank you, Tamalama Ding Dong, for coming on. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys for having me. Thank you so much.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
Hey,
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Late.